Hey guys, welcome to another video on Legends of Aria. Today we're going to be talking about character selection, some of the stats that you can select right at the start, and basically some of the builds that you could potentially pick at the start to be able to save you some time in the long run. So I am on the server Zero Sky. Unfortunately, I've got all my characters there and I can't create any more characters. It's only a total of 4 characters you can have at once. Now you can't delete a character unless you activate it over a week ago. So when you come to this screen here and you've got the game going, press empty slot, create. Now the names don't have to be unique. You can have the same name as all your characters, or you can have the same name as an enemy. That's very useful for confusing people, and it's very cool if you have 20 of the same character all running around. So I'm just gonna go with my standard, just call myself Coffee. Oh, caps. Great. I'm not too concerned about the gender, nor am I concerned about the clothing. So it gives you a couple examples. It tells you warrior, mage, archer, or blacksmith. So there's other stuff as well, like stealth, then there's tamers, and there's a whole bunch of skills. In fact, there's 31 unique type of skills. You can't select all of those skills at the start, but you can have a good variety of them. So to just give you an idea, instead of going one of these, I suggest that you go into the advanced tab, press next, and then you have 100 remaining points that you're able to apply however you see fit. So if you press on one of the tabs at the top, then we can see there's alchemy, animal law, animal taming, archery, bashing, blacksmithing, blocking, brawling, carpentry, channeling, cooking. So to give you an idea, there's a lot of stuff here that you don't know and what it's useful for. What I recommend that is you just select a warrior to begin with. The reason is that you can have 4 characters and we want to get you into the game, started, and then you come back to using something like mage or ranger when you're a little bit more comfortable with the game. You can play range or mage from the start. However, you need to have ingredients to cast spells, or you need to make sure you have enough arrows. Now, it's definitely viable. It's 100% viable, and archery is great for kiting monsters, and mage is a lot of fun. You got so many different abilities, but I would still recommend a warrior in your first couple of hours of gameplay. So we have fishing, healing, evocation, cooking, hiding, inscription, lancing, light armor, lockpicking, lumberjack, manifestation, magic affinity. These are spells. They're skills that you need for as a mage. Mining, blacksmithing, and the slashing, and the stealth. There's a lot of different skills. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to put a couple of builds that have been proven to work on the right hand side of the screen, and I want you guys to have a look at these and pick the first 4 skills. So what we're going to do, and I'll give you this recommendation here. Lancing is very strong for PvE. It's got this sweep ability on some of the weapons that you'll use, but it will take you probably twice as long as increasing slash, for example. The reasons are, or piercing. Slashing and piercing, they have faster weapons that attack. So to give you guys an idea, I'm just going to go slashing now, and I'm going to go probably heavy armor, and I'll start maybe blocking as well. To help you understand why that is that every single time that you hit an enemy appropriate to your level as a warrior, you get the chance of getting a gain. So how Legends of Aria works is that you have to attack creatures appropriate to your level as a ranger and as a warrior. And every time you hit is when you get the chance, RNG chance, in order to get a skill gain. And that's manipulated depending on the creature that you're fighting. Also, so the reasons are that you want piercing or slashing over lancing is because lancing has a slow attack speed, and where piercing and slashing has slightly faster. What else is there? I've select heavy armor yet? No, I didn't. So blocking, slashing, heavy armor, and then I might go healing, or yeah, I'll go healing because healing is extremely useful because you're constantly using bandages or vigor. We're not sure if that's going to be in the game after Steam launch. It's everybody's and ahhing a little bit about that. I'm hoping that vigor is in the game. It's very useful. So I'm going to increase my slashing all the way to max. I'm going to increase my healing to max. I'm going to increase my blocking to 20. Actually, yeah, I'm going to increase it to 20, and I'm going to go heavy armor up to 20 as well. So they're very low stats at the start, and you could get to 30 in no time at all on some of the abilities, and you can also train at NPC as long as an NPC will give you that. Not all skills can be trained at an NPC for 2 silver. Now 2 silver won't take very long to get. Even at the start of the game, just attacking the basic rats and stuff, it will take you maybe 15 minutes. So Once you've done that, and you've selected the skills that you want, and you've selected the build, which I have put on the right hand side, we're going to come to where you should start. Now, I'll give you a couple examples of why you should start in certain areas. There is 4 areas: Elder Village, Valis, Pyro's Landing, and Helm. Now, Helm is incredibly useful for one reason. Up here, there's a graveyard that there might not be a lot of new people there fighting, so you might want to go there. Other than that, it's extremely useful for mining and blacksmith, because there's a mine and a blacksmith right beside each other, and the bank's not too far away. Other than that, I wouldn't start there. Elder Village, it's okay. It's got everything, but not all the reasons, not as good as some of the other places. Valis, this is a really good place. Things are pretty close together. There's a bunch of training grounds like the cemetery just to the east of it, west of it, sorry, which is extremely useful for beginners. But my recommendation would be Pyro's Landing. I'm going to do a guide on Pyro's Landing. I'm going to do a guide on the town and why it's so important to pick Pyro's Landing. So I'm going to go there now. Doesn't this purple water look lovely? Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys about the skills. This also goes along with the stats that we've just picked. So there's the actual skills, which I will do another guide on, and I'll take you guys around and just show you the skills in general. But this one here, these are the stats: attack and attack speed. It depends on the weapon that you're wearing. Power and affinity depends on your spell power and your book that you're wearing. Defense depends on the armor that you're wearing at the time. And vitality, it's a stat that will be increased by Bard come Steam release, as well as the taverns. It should still increase your vitality. So vitality drops when you are just out and about the world doing stuff. I believe it's supposed to be dropping when you're woodcutting and mining after come Steam release. The bottom left hand part here, strength, agility, intelligence, constitution, wisdom, and will. So strength essentially depends on how determines your attack value, also determines how much carry weight. So at max strength, you should be able to carry like 400 weight, give or take. Agility, very, very important as you're leveling, because what it does is increases your attack speed, and depending on how fast you're attacking, depends on how many gains you're going to get, and that's why it's more effective to use weapons that attack quickly. Intelligence determines your mana pool and the power value, so how hard you can hit. Constitution determines your maximum health. Wisdom reduces damage taken from magical spells, and will reduces the chance of you being stunned. Incredibly useful for PvP. Okay, I hope you guys select Pyro, because that's where my next guide's going to be on. So essentially, Pyro's has got everything nearby: the tavern, the bank, and it's got pretty much most traders here, and there's a graveyard. There's just not many reasons why you would go anywhere but Pyro's Landing to begin with. Anyhow, that is everything for me, guys. If you guys like MMOs, then please consider joining our community, Variety MMOs, where we focus on guides, we focus on MMO gameplay, and the community as a whole. We would love to have you guys. You can find the information below. I'll link it down there. Until the next video, coffee out.